I love reading books that help me. I find it very important to keep on learning and to become a better self every day. Here are 3 books that I read when I started investing that helped me become a lot better in investing and helped me become the investor I am today. These 3 books I definitely recommend, so if you haven't read them before, go get them as soon as possible. The first book on the list, The Intelligent Investor, written by Graham in 1949 and still very actual. It shows us the investing, the time management and the market developments. In today's volatile markets, this is the most important book that you will read on investing and how to invest wisely and how to protect your savings. Graham explains us how company stock is valuated and how you can calculate the value of a company. For those of you that are not into finance, this book might be a bit too much, but the more general chapters give you enough information to start out. As said in other videos, investing in the broad market instead of in individual stocks will always be an easier and safer way to invest your money. Nevertheless, I find it a must-read for everyone who wants to start investing. If the technical chapters are too much into detail, you will still find value in the other chapters in the more global mindset projected in this book. The chapters on compound interest are the foundations of building your wealth. Reading and understanding these subjects will aid you in your investment journey. My second book is the Thinking Fast and Slow, written by Daniel Kahneman, a psychology professor in the Princeton University. He is a winner of the Nobel Prize in Economics as the first psychologist. This book, Thinking Fast and Slow, is not about investing, but it is about a human rationality and irrationality. In his book, Daniel Kahneman explains there are 2 types of decision making: the fast and intuitive thinking and the slow and rational thinking. Depending on your current state of mind or even in your current social setting, you will be leaning towards one of both types of thinking. Kahneman studied why judges are more likely to deny parole before lunch and why we assume a good-looking person will also be more successful in life. He will be more competent. This book reveals how our minds are tripped up by error and prejudice and shows us techniques to think slower and smarter. Using the tips in this book will enable you to make better decisions, whether it be at work, at home or in investing. These techniques will help you make better financial decisions. This book will shield you from selling your portfolio when the markets panic, and it will make you think twice before following the herd and investing in the next hyped up stock. I definitely recommend this book, not only for the investment mindset, but also to use these practices in everyday life. The third book I want to talk about is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Kiyosaki talks about his life and how he made his fortune in this book. He encountered 2 dad figures in his life, a rich dad and a poor dad. The rich dad was a dad of his friend. He never went to college, but he accumulated a lot of wealth due to entrepreneurship. His own dad, depicted as the poor dad in the book, was a doctor who worked all of his life and still wasn't able to make ends meet to get out of debt. He was living paycheck to paycheck. This book talks about investing in stocks, bonds, and especially in investing in companies and real estate. It teaches you about personal finance, financial literacy, and financial independence, all to increase your financial intelligence. The stories in this book often seem too good to be true, and there are a lot of people who actually don't believe that Kiyosaki made his fortune this way. It's more likely that he made his money by telling others how he did it. So his money originates from his book sales and from his marketing strategies, from marketing programs, and not as much as the actual history he talks so vividly about. In the past, I went to one of his programs, and I noticed that the marketing campaign, the marketing program was very, very strong. The actual information we got during that free program was pretty basic, and it was all an attempt to get you into the paying program. And it worked, a lot of people went for it. Anyway, whether it's true or not, it's still a good book, and it opens your mind in investing and personal finance. It's one of my favorite books with some great fundamental knowledge, but it has to be taken lightly. Don't copy what he talks about in his book, but create a good mindset yourself, inspired by the stories here in the book. Having your own mindset on finance will prove invaluable in the long term. So what about you? Did you read these 3 books and what did you think about them? Let me know in the comments below. If you have any other books that you think would be very beneficial for new investors, please let me know. Maybe I already read them. Let's talk about them in the next video. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave a like for the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.